What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, back at it again with another banger. My friends, y'all know the vibes. Kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
LSU and Oklahoma just wrapped, and when I say this was a long game full of clutch buckets, a blown lead, ejections, fights, all types of madness going on, man. This was a physical and scrappy matchup. Now, look, Coach Mulkey, very familiar, played against Oklahoma a bunch of times annually in her career when she was at Baylor, right? So this is a familiar foe. Reagan Beers, Anissa Morrow, Peyton Verholst, Flau'jae Johnson, Michaela Williams stole the show, 37 points, 7 3-pointers tonight, completely took over this game and closed it out in the fourth when it got close. It got feisty. Samaya Smith got ejected. It was absolutely nuts. Last-Hair Poa is suspended from the team, and we don't even really know why.
Well, I know if you don't ask this next one, Reed will. Where was Poa? Where was Poa? They can't wait to get those clickbaits going. Poa, let's start with that so you don't have to ask me. She's being disciplined for the breaking of a team rule. Okay? Pushing, I guess, is considered fighting. So she told me that Samaya was ejected for fighting, as was Scott for them. And so I think it's my understanding they now have to sit the next game. That was pretty early in the game, wasn't it? Yeah.
LSU took the dub 107-100, was able to hold on against a feisty Oklahoma team that was down 24 and cut the lead to 1 point at late in the game. Now, Oklahoma shot 54.7% from the field compared to 52.2% from LSU. LSU, though, knocked down 12 3-pointers. They outshot them, and I told y'all this was two teams that really wanted to come out and launch the rock on behind the line and shoot that three ball, shoot the long ball. Michaela Williams had 7 of them. LSU shot 46.2 from the field, from three-point land. They got 32 free throws, left several of them at the line. Both teams did. If Oklahoma, they shot 31 free throws. Oklahoma would have shot all their free throws and made them all. They'd have won this game. I'm just pointing that out there. But LSU left some at the line too. As a team, Oklahoma shot 67.7% from the field, and they also lost that battle to LSU to 71.9%. Total rebounds, LSU, we expected them to have the rebounding edge. Oklahoma, though, 27 assists, bro. Like, they were really moving the basketball, finding open shooters in transition and hitting threes. But 23 turnovers, not going to cut it. Not going to cut it at all. The turnovers and the missed free throws absolutely killed Oklahoma in this game, and it's killed them in every game they've lost, to be honest with you. LSU had 19 turnovers. Very sloppy game, very physical. You see, I mean, there was over 50 fouls called in this game. Like, very long, drawn out. Still an exceptional game, but like there was a lot of momentum that was killed in this contest because of all these fouls. Both teams dealt with foul troubles. Both teams' stars dealt with foul trouble the entire game, man. It was a very physical game, very chippy, like we mentioned. Samaya Smith got ejected. Last-Hair Poa not off the team, but suspended right now. Don't know when she's coming back. You know, Coach Mulkey be tight-lipped about stuff like that, man. But we see it. Michaela Williams led the way with 37 points in this contest, 7 threes, also had 5 assists and 7 rebounds, hit some big threes down the stretch to close this game out. LSU's rebounding late in the game, getting 2 and 3 shot opportunities, really closed it out. Flau'jae Johnson, another big game, 25 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds for her. Transition incredible. She was knifing through that Oklahoma defense and getting to the cup at will. Hit a couple big 3-pointers to match Oklahoma when they went on those runs. Anissa Morrow, 21 points, 12 rebounds, always anchoring the paint. Hit a 3, showed the 3-point range, hit a couple middies, you know what I'm saying? She went up and was given several inches to Reagan Beers, man. Oklahoma had no answer for Anissa Morrow in the post. She was going to work. Shionda Wilson, played a good game. Turnovers are always a problem with this backcourt, but 9 assists, 9 points, 4 rebounds for her. Well-rounded game. Quiet night for Kaylin Gilbert. I will say Aaliyah Del Rosario, as well as Jersey Wolfenbarger, gave some productive minutes. They did some stuff that's not going to show up in the stat sheet, but I think Del Rosario really showed some fight. She didn't look confused the whole game, and she was down there banging with Reagan Beers. Wolfenbarger came up with a big steal, with a big bucket at a really crunch time in the game. So shout out to her. Like the stats won't blow you away from the supporting cast, but I think they got solid production all around from their bench. But LSU, this home crowd, they stay undefeated at home. It was an absolute dogfight for Oklahoma. Peyton Verhulst continues to be just a lightning rod, yo. Like, I'm talking about spurts of buckets, like streaky shooter, sniper from deep, can post up. Like, she's a hooper, man. When you talk about some of the best guards in the SEC, Verhulst got to be in that conversation. 26 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds, and she had to guard Flau'jae Johnson on top of that. Reagan Beers, 20 points, 7 rebounds for her. Sarah Williams, 12 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. The Van sisters got in some action as well, as they typically do. And, I mean, it was a good game for Oklahoma. Other than the turnovers and the missed free throws, they didn't shoot it well from 3. But the fight they showed, like, you got to salute them. You got to show mad respect to Oklahoma. This is a talented group, man. They can really shoot the basketball. They're unselfish, constantly moving, getting backdoor cuts and easy buckets. And for them to fall down by 24 on the road to a LSU team that is undefeated at home, man, they kept chipping away. They kept fighting and made this a game when a lot of us probably wanted to turn the game off after the third. So salute to them. But LSU, Michaela Williams, elite, knockdown shooter, clutch. Her, Flau'jae Johnson, and Lisa Morrow, in my opinion, are the best big three in the country. This team lives and dies by this big three. It was a chippy game. It was physical. If these two teams see each other in the SEC tournament, it is on. I'm telling you, like popcorn, y'all. Because this felt like a real rivalry game, man. They got this win. They edged it out. LSU was tested tonight. They fought. They scrapped. I think Oklahoma showed a lot of fight. Like I said, the skirmish was crazy. Samaya Smith about caught a body out there shoving the life out of one of the Oklahoma players, was ejected. Like, there were some ejections. She got shoved. It was chippy, man. It was a very good, competitive, physical game. It was sloppy at times with the turnovers and the fouls, kind of dragged this game out. It was like 2.5 hours long, man. But overall, solid performance for LSU. I think they played better than they have in the last. Honestly, I'm not even going to say they played really good their last game too. Like, since South Carolina, they've kind of gotten back into that win streak for sure, but also just they're a different team at home, and we knew that coming in. But shout out to LSU, big win. Salute to them. I think they're showing promise. They're getting better every game, and they're showing a lot of fight and showing a lot of will, and the fact that they can close out games with Michaela Williams, the closer, Flau'jae Johnson making plays. They will be able to be in any game with that big three. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments, though. That was a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. This is the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. And until next time, we out.